Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now you will face no difficulty in the search for treasures. Know this secret, the secret of creating gold while sitting at home. A secret tried and tested by thousands and found successful. Turn paper into gold? But how? Pots of gold will emerge in your house, treasures will emerge. Are you ready? This small piece of paper will make you rich. But how? Will you spend your whole life in poverty, hardship, and deprivation? No? Take from me today the complete method and formula for making gold. There was once a mysterious and spiritual way of creating gold, a secret kept in hearts and chests which I am revealing today. You too can bring forth rivers of gold in your home. Why delay? This is the secret to becoming wealthy in a few days. Humans came from paradise, and so their desires and passions are heavenly. That's why they always think about paradise, and these precious stones and treasures are part of paradise. Let me summarize a few hadith. A brick of paradise is made from gold mortar with fragrant red saffron soil. A flying horse in paradise will be made from red ruby. The banks of the river Qudar are made from pearls and rubies. The Uris are made from rubies. Palaces in paradise are made of green emerald and pearls. The roof of the highest paradise is the throne of Allah, made of rubies. 2 rubies were sent to earth from paradise, but their light was dimmed. Otherwise, their brightness would have illuminated east and west. These 2 precious stones are Hajr al-Aswad, black stone, and Maqam-e-Ibrahim. You can see that paradise is filled with precious gems. That's why human beings are madly in love with these treasures: gold, silver, ruby, emerald, diamond, pearls, and topaz. Why? Because paradise itself is made of these treasures. The Prophet ﷺ predicted a war near the Day of Judgment, where the Euphrates River will uncover a mountain of gold. Nations will fight. 999 out of every 1,000 will die. Only 1 will survive. Now you tell me, how obsessed is humanity with these stones and jewels? Why will the mountain of gold emerge from the Euphrates River? Today I will reveal that secret. Have you heard of Sidratul Muntaha, the lottery at the utmost boundary? When the Prophet ﷺ ascended during the night journey, he saw a magnificent tree whose roots were in the 6th and branches in the 7th heaven. It was covered with golden butterflies. When Allah's light covered it, it transformed into rubies, emeralds, and pearls with colors unknown to man. 4 rivers emerged from it, 2 spiritual and 2 worldly. The Prophet asked about these rivers. Angel Jibreel replied, 2 rivers are in paradise. 2 are on earth, the Nile and the Euphrates. These 2 rivers, the Nile and the Euphrates, originate from the Sidratul Muntaha. That's why no one has ever found their true origin. The Nile was a major source of wealth for ancient Egypt. Ancient Egyptians even worshipped it. It is the longest river in Africa, spanning 11 countries and approximately 6,500 km. The land around it is rich in gemstone mines. These stones are transported via the Nile to royal workshops, where they are made into jewelry, talismans, and sacred objects. Among these stones are purple and red rubies, jasper, emerald, and turquoise. Now let me tell you an extraordinary story narrated by Imam Abu Muhammad Abdullah bin Muhammad Jafar in Kitab al-Azama, volume 4, page 1421. Ha'id bin Abi Saloon, a descendant of Prophet Isaac, was oppressed in Egypt and left in search of peace. When he witnessed the blessings and flow of the Nile, he became deeply curious and said, I must reach the original source of this river, even if it costs me my life. He traveled 30 years among humans, 30 years through abandoned lands and valleys of jinn. Eventually, he reached a vast sea where the Nile emerged. There, he met a man praying under an apple tree, Imran, a descendant of Prophet Jesus, Isa alayhi salam. Imran shared his own story and said, Allah inspired me to stop here and wait. He instructed Haid, if I die, bury me here. But if I'm alive, stay with me for a few days. He warned that strange creatures, enemies of sunlight, would guide Haid. He would pass through lands of iron, copper, and moonlight. Eventually, he would reach the golden land where everything is made of gold. Mountains, trees, ground, and even golden domes. From a golden dome, 4 rivers flowed. The Euphrates, the Tigris, the Gihon, now known as the Amu River, historically called the Oxus, and the Nile. A mighty angel appeared and said, O Haid, your knowledge ends here. These rivers flow from paradise. Your worldly understanding can go no further. The angel gave him heavenly fruits like grapes made of emeralds, rubies, and pearls, and said, Never give preference to worldly things over these divine blessings. On his return, Haid found Imran had passed away. He buried him and stayed there for a short while. Later, he met a wise old man who pointed to an apple, the same fruit Imran had seen in paradise. Haid took a bite. The elderly man said, This is the fruit of Adam, alayhi salam, which brought him down from paradise. Had you avoided it, the divine provision would have continued and reached all mankind. This was Haid's test. He succeeded to the extent of his ability, returned to Egypt, shared the secret of the Nile, and eventually passed away. If you too want the treasures, gems, pearls, and divine wealth from the heavens, delivered to your home via the Nile, then follow this practice. Published in Ubqari magazine, November 2023. Write the Naqsh by hand, do not print. Laminate it and keep it in front of you during the practice. At any time of the day, when free and focused, recite the verse from Surah Ar-Rahman 11 times daily. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ? Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Visualize deeply. Light, jewels, spiritual treasures from the river Nile flowing into your home. Gifts from Sidratul Muntaha and the throne of Allah reaching you. Your children and generations are receiving this divine wealth. What will you gain by doing this simple spiritual practice? Let me tell you. Your business will begin to grow and thrive. Generational poverty and hardship will come to an end, starting with you. Those longing for children will be blessed with offspring. Your lineage will be blessed with sons, generation after generation. Wherever you go, you'll be met with honor, dignity, and recognition. You'll have your own home, big, beautiful, and full of peace. Influential people, leaders, and officials will become your supporters. You and your family will live a life of health, safety, and calm. You will rise spiritually, gaining deep connection and mastery. Allah will bless you and your descendants with precious treasures from this world, including hidden and rare wealth. And all of this begins with a special spiritual practice called the Naqsh of the Nile River. Make this a regular part of your daily life. It's a small effort, but deeply powerful. Encourage every member of your household to do it. Find any moment of peace and focus, even just a few minutes, and make it count. The secrets to success in life are all around us. This is one of them. Don't delay. Time is short, and we never know what tomorrow holds. May your world be filled with the light of paradise, and may your akhirah be true paradise. Allah has the power to grant you the best of both worlds. So, what are you waiting for? Turn your attention to this and begin today. Insha'Allah, you will succeed. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.